king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they got one the name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king. Rings, big rocks, big bag, big moves, big cars, big man, big plan, get lost, we been this wrong. Look at me now, they can't hold me down, so give me the crown. We're not the same, we're not the same, we're not the same, we run everything. We're not the same, we're not the same, they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the change.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Cheyenne Mustang girls basketball game here streamed live on Mustang Media. It's a cold day. Luckily, Devils Lake was able to drive down and make it here for an exciting matchup. Devils Lake coming off of a loss to Shanley. Cheyenne coming off of a big win against South, 94-38. It should be a good game.
Absolutely, Grant. It should be a good game tonight. You know, as you mentioned, Devils Lake coming off of that victory over Valley City and then the loss to Shanley. You know, this is a Devils Lake team that was 6th in the EDC last year, and they were, for several years, kind of a perennial power in the EDC and had opportunities to go to state and chances to win state tournaments and those sorts of things. And last year, by their standards, was certainly a down year to some extent. Rachel Dahlwin, their big senior last year, 6'2" player, is gone. That was probably the most stabilizing force and probably a holdover from those previous teams. Talking with Coach Wingenbach a little bit before the game, you know, he commented on how difficult it was when you broke the press that Devils Lake loves to run. Then you were faced with a 6'2" player that could guard the post really well. And you know, and protect the rim, and so that hurts them. So they are still a pretty young team here, and of course Cheyenne coming off, as you said, that big win against Fargo South. Tough loss to open the EDC season against Davies, but well, as we saw, that's a really good Davies squad that they have there, and you know, kind of in the early games of the EDC schedule, it certainly looks like the powers are going to be West Fargo High, Fargo Davies, and then Red River. And then there's this other group. And so right now, Cheyenne, I think it was a good game to play against South to kind of build some confidence after a couple of tough losses to start the year. And, you know, I think as we get in here now to late December, early January, that's going to tell us a lot more about where these squads are. As we're heading into kind of the meat and potatoes, so to speak, of the EDC schedule.
Yeah, as you saw there, keys to the game for the Cheyenne Mustangs, capitalizing on that the confidence after that win, like you said earlier in the broadcast against Davies. Once these Mustangs get their confidence back, they'll be able to perform.
And that was the key to last year. You know, they had that confidence, but as we mentioned in the Davies game, there was someone that stepped forward almost every night, and it was someone different each time, and that just hasn't happened yet. But it's also such an early season. You know, the loss of Olivia Manson certainly is felt with her outside shooting, and so I think Cheyenne's just trying to build a little consistency here, and trying to kind of get some wins under their belts. This should be a good opportunity tonight. Certainly the size advantage belongs to Cheyenne, and we'll see how that plays out.
Cheyenne wins a jump. Brendan Dick puts it up, and it's no good. Rebounded Metcalf. Metcalf out to 3 from Breidenbach. Breidenbach off. Carson Sanders pulls the ball down. Off this Dick, Breidenbach was not Breidenbach. Metcalf fouls down low, still go to the line, shoot 2.
And I think that's one of the things that we did see a lot, and even Coach Wingenbach mentioned that when we had an opportunity to interview him at halftime of the boys game against Davies, is one thing is they were really missing inside presence, and not many teams are going to be able to match the size of Carson Sanders and Maya Metcalf, and so we see right away a concerted effort to get the ball down low inside, and Metcalf's going to make 1 of 2 to give the Mustangs an early lead.
That's Anna Schock bringing the ball up. No. Schock on the wing.
And you'll have to excuse us, there is no number 10 on our roster here, and number 10 is playing for Devils Lake tonight, so we'll get you a name on that as soon as we can. And there's that press that Devils Lake loves to run, and just again, for any press, the whole idea is to speed you up and see if they can force you into some hasty mistakes and see if they can kind of turn some momentum and kind of jump on you quickly. As you see Brenda Dick with a great drive to the basket with the left hand.
Got a Schock bringing the ball up. Schock gets the ball back. Allen's another 10. Schock on the wing.
There's a good cut
Finds
to the
it down
basket.
low. Just slightly on the basket. They get the ball back though off the turnover. And that's good. Heilman from 2. So that'll be 3-4. Devils Lake leads early. Breidenbach trying to break that press. Swings it around. Dick up top. Drives.
And that's 3 times she's been able to get to the basket. She's only converted on 1, but I think that would be another thing, to be aggressive and attack the rim, and then use your size to control the offensive glass if you're Cheyenne tonight. Both teams at 1-1 in the EDC coming in, and again, I think every team trying to figure out what their rotation is, who they should be starting, what's that core group that they're going to want to rely on. It's very early. Second possession in a row here that Devils Lake seems content to move the ball around the perimeter, and that's going to be, they get it off, almost a shot clock violation on good perimeter defense by Cheyenne.
Good press.
But that press, Heilman misses the bunny there and then commits the foul afterwards. I think frustrated with herself that she wasn't able to convert. And that's, that pressure is going to come immediately every time. You can't just assume that because you've controlled the defensive glass that you can just turn and go up court on Devils Lake. They're going to make you work for this every time, as we see a giveaway there by Haas.
Pass. Shot off by Martinson.
You do that enough, eventually they're going to fall. So that's what Devils Lake is looking to do.
Metcalf from 3, no good.
Pulls the trigger. Had Carson Sanders open under the basket. Didn't see her or elected to pull the trigger, and Devils Lake maintains its 4-3 lead.
So this is McLaurin bringing the ball up. Breidenbach sets a pick. Drives to the left, puts it up, and it's swatted away by Maya Metcalf. It'll stay Devils Lake ball, but that's the size advantage you're talking about with the Cheyenne Mustangs.
It is, and with Devils Lake being so much smaller, that they're going to have to try and take advantage of that, maybe their speed. And there's a 5-second call. Good defensive stand by Cheyenne there, forcing the 5-second call and a turnover. And a little hockey line shift here. A little shift change as Devils Lake substitutes 5 new players in, maybe mimicking a little bit of what the Bismarck boys do, where it's just kind of every man up and You're just going to run that pressure all night if you can. As good look, and they find Benedict inside for the conversion there. But, you know, maybe just that's their goal, is to keep that up tempo and see if they can run some people off the floor and seeing if they could take advantage of that opportunity.
That's number 21, Laney Hall, fouled. Should go line shoot two.
Sanders, first personal, first team foul at the line for the Firebirds, number 21.
First shot's good.
Raina Holder and Brooke Johnson in for the Mustangs. Sanders and Haas out.
Second shot. In and out. Pulled down by Metcalf. Brenna driving up near side. Swings around Brooke Johnson. Metcalf down low.
So when they collapse and double, that has to mean someone is open.
Yep.
But Cheyenne's going to have to recognize and move that ball quickly. That's really going to put a lot of pressure on Maya Metcalf to recognize the double team has happened and then to kick that ball out as quickly as possible to see if they can take advantage.
Shot clock winding down. Just shot off in time. In and out. Both down by Brown.
Good sequence by Devils Lake there to force
Good find down low.
Great cut by Laney Hall there, and a great pass, finding her cutting to the basket, and that's going to be a foul, I think, on Benedict, yes.
So Laney Hall will be back at the line for a second attempt. First shot's good. One thing you have to limit now is fouls here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, you know, with this pressure, you're going to turn the ball over a little bit, and that's going to happen, and that's okay. It's just you got to take care of it more than you turn it over, and if you're able to do that, you're going to have really good chances, like Maya Metcalf flashing right down the middle, and a great pass from Brooke Johnson there, finding her. If you're patient and see the floor, presses, especially when you possess the size advantage, should be breakable.
Early on, the Mustangs haven't struggled with that press too much. That's Laney Hall from three, in and out. Pulled down, offensive rebound, puts it back up. That's Presley Brown for two.
That is one thing with the offense that Devils Lake is running. That's going to draw a lot of defenders away from the hoop.
Good job by Benedict to break that press, but throws it away. Good defense by Breidenbach. Doesn't go out. That'll be Cheyenne ball.
Breidenbach was sure it went off of Laney Hall, and Laney Hall was arguing not, but ultimately the refs agree as Hannah Hershey and a Metcalf. So maybe an effort here by Coach Wingenbach to counteract the pressure with getting some of his players a rest and not having to be on the floor all night if indeed Devils Lake is going to kind of go with this 5-in, 5-out rotation where they're putting that constant pressure on. So a little 1-4 high look here from the Firebirds. A handoff.
Be foul on Peyton Breidenbach.
Patel looked like a little Euro step attempt there. The ball was on the ground, so there's no free throw attempt here.
Little inbounds ball. Brown puts up a shot and is good.
Good take there by Presley Brown. Punch fake, dribble, created that separation and an opening to shoot.
Sometimes that mid-range shot is better than a three. Therefore drives, kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson puts up a three, short.
So that's one way to defeat the press, to beat it, is to dribble through it. But what it usually results in is not getting as quick or as good of a look as you might normally see. As
there by Breidenbach.
Breidenbach with a Euro step in there to create space. Holder.
Just short. Scrum for the ball down there. Jump ball. Ball goes to Devils Lake.
Jump ball to possession to Devils Lake.
see another line shift, so to say, for
Line
the Devils
change,
Lake.
yep, here they come. 5 new players, so pretty evident that appears to be the plan. Head coach Justin Klein is just keep rotating 5 at a time, fresh bodies that can go for a 3-4 minute stretch, giving maximum effort and really putting the heat on Cheyenne, and then go with 5 new.
Shock on the wing, kicks it up. Shot goes up from the left hand. She's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Cheyenne foul will take the first personal, 4th team foul. Lieutenant Jaden Freilich at the line.
Okay, Freilich is number 10. That was the one we were missing. So hopefully we can give you some accurate names here as Freilich nails her second. That's going to put the Firebirds up by 6. Again, this is where if you pass the ball, if you see the floor, you can break this press.
Pass almost intercepted there by Martinson. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Cheyenne ball. That was a risky pass, but
and the key to breaking the press is when you're passing, you need that offensive player coming back to the ball. When you're standing still waiting for the ball coming to you, as we see Cora Metcalf missing,
rebound
but
by
her sister, Maya.
Rebound again.
But when you don't come back to the ball on that press situation, and you're standing still, that gives that defender one extra step, one extra half second to maybe get a hand on it. So you really need to break to the ball. There's a good find to Herford outside.
Just short.
Cheyenne continues to struggle from the outside.
Freilich on the wing, dishes it down to Martinson. Martinson shot goes up. She's fouled. Kind of knocks down her phone there on the underneath the basket. So
Cheyenne foul number 5, Maya Metcalf. First personal,
Not be using
team
that
foul.
for the
At
remainder
the
of the
line
first
for
half
the
here.
Firebirds, number 23, Jolie Martinson, shooting 2.
Jolie Martinson makes the first of 2.
Sanders, Breidenbach,
For the
and Nick
Mustangs.
for the Mustangs.
Kate Breidenbach,
Takes out
Carson
Metcalf,
Sanders,
Johnson,
and
and
Brenna
Herford.
So back to the starting 5 for Cheyenne here. And all 5 starters for Devils Lake as well. 15-7 now. Firebirds lead.
Staying in that press. Mustangs able to break it.
There.
Find Metcalf.
They missed
Haas on
Brenna Dick on the cut. Breidenbach unable to convert on the drive.
Fox brings it up the wing. Kicks it up to Freilich. That'll be a travel called on the Devils Lake Firebirds.
So she's going to take a step.
Having a little trouble inbound the ball. Gets it in.
Metcalf tracks it down, fortunately.
Cross
Ooh,
court pass
dangerous
tip.
cross court. Didn't say that was.
It'll stay the Mustangs ball. Risky pass there,
I
but
think a little ref conference here. We're going to see, and they're going to say it went off Brenna Dick's hand. So possession goes to Devils Lake on that.
Justin Klein, Firebirds coach, wasn't too happy about that call. Luckily gets it turned around and straightened out. McLaurin off Martinson. Martinson's ball is tipped. Out of bounds. Retained Firebirds ball. Freilich finds McLaurin, cross-court pass.
Good D there by Carson Sanders.
Heilman loses the ball, goes out of bounds. Yeah, great D by Sanders. Stepping down,
Yep.
not letting her have baseline. Breidenbach pushes it up, breaks the press, off to Carson Sanders. Sanders puts the shot up, hits in and out, but she's foul on the play.
Going to call foul.
That'll be on
Martinson on the foul, and the line change again for the Firebirds. As we are at 10:01 with
Cameron Friddle,
Devils Lake beating 50-7.
Presley Brown and Tori Feedy all in for the Firebirds.
Finds Dick, good cut, good find. Brenna Dick, shot's good. 9-15. Good backdoor cut there off the inbound play. Little back out to Brodina. I don't know if that's, also don't have a 32 on the roster.
See if we can get you that one.
231. Shot clock winding down. Puts up a shot from 3, and it's off the iron. Breidenbach pulls rebound down, but she's quickly fouled. Fouled by Presley Brown.
That was like foul number 24, Presley Brown. First personal, 4th team foul.
Holder
The
back
Mustangs,
in
number
for
23,
Caitlin
Elena
Haas.
Holder.
So as of late, the Mustangs have struggled a little with that press, but as Brenna Dick finds, breaks it pretty easily.
There you go.
Poor pass, but it's picked right back off by Breidenbach. Breidenbach puts it up and one. Good move, stepping around the defender, drawing the foul, and still putting it through, as you see there.
Chance for an old-fashioned 3 here.
That was like foul number 11, Cameron Friddle. First personal, 5th team foul. At the line for the Mustangs is Peyton Breitbach, shooting 1.
Breidenbach shot. Off. Pulled down by mystery player. Brodina pushes down to the call. All shot. Short. Rebounded. Devils Lake.
You can see where Devils Lake is struggling with the size of Cheyenne here. Very rarely have they attempted to go inside, and now we're under 10 again on the shot clock. So Cheyenne doing a great job of defending on the perimeter.
3 goes up. Shot clock violation.
If you can continue to do that and not turn over the ball, that's going to bode really well for Cheyenne the rest of the game. Now the key is here breaking this press. Just letting those players come to you. See what you have.
Good find on the wing to Holder. Holder puts it a shot up. It's short, but Brenna Dick gets the rebound. Swings it around to Brooke Johnson. Sanders on the wing. Stolen by the Firebirds. Good defense by Breidenbach. Breidenbach on the fast break. She's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Good on-ball defense there. Active hands. Good steal. It's a couple steals already for her tonight.
Second personal, 6th team foul. At the line for the Mustangs, number 3, Peyton Breitbach, shooting 2.
Breidenbach first shot off.
Metcalf and Hannah Herbert in for a shot. And a shot.
Freilich
Jane
for the
Freilich and
Firebirds.
Claire Fineland in for the Firebirds.
Breidenbach second shot. Off again.
Cold from the line there for Breidenbach. She hasn't
Poor pass intercepted
made
by
one
Freilich.
yet.
Cheyenne with a couple ill-timed turnovers.
We're going to get Holder there with a little hand check on Freilich as she was driving to the basket. Now that'll be both teams with 6 fouls, so everybody in the bonus on the next foul by their opponent.
Those are checking in for Breidenbach.
Freilich.
Drops off. Rebounded by Metcalf. Metcalf fouled.
That was a good job by Cora there. You got to be strong, you know, with Devils Lake being smaller. Anytime you get that ball down below about chest height, that's where it's going to start getting slapped at, clawed at, and you just have to be really strong. I think ideally Coach Wingenbach, especially with Cora's size, would prefer to shoot the ball up a little higher, and with her height, she's going to be able to see the floor really well. But she maintains possession there and goes to the line.
Off back iron, gets her own rebound. Look up top, Johnson on the wing, back to Dick. Drives, contact, no call.
I think that's
another turnover.
Just pressing a little bit offensively here. I don't think there's a whole lot of patience as we go through, and that's going to be a foul on, I think, number 24. Presley Brown's going to get that one as Brenda Dick was going after the loose ball there. She's going to go shoot the 1-1. And looks like we have a full timeout here.
So 11:15, 7:20 to go. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back.
It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
Mustang fans, welcome back. As you can hear the band playing in the background, we want to thank Essentia Health for being a proud partner of our Cheyenne High School's Mustang media team in this broadcast. Essentia Health, care close to home. As you see Mr. Knodel down there, getting a good shot at Troy Thorson.
Celebrity in the house tonight, Tom Kirchhoffner, former boys basketball coach here at Cheyenne, is taking in a little of the girls action tonight, here to support the Mustangs.
You can see that.
As Brenna Dick nails the first, number 1-1.
Second shot is good as well. That'll cut the lead down to 2.
So again, we see Devils Lake really playing the perimeter style of offense and looking for opportunities. And it's usually been a one-and-done situation for them, which is an advantage for Cheyenne here. Again, as we kind of talked about in the break, Grant, Cheyenne's been just, because you break that pressure doesn't automatically mean that there's a good shot to be had. And I think a little more patience in the offensive set is going to be what.
Oh, that looked like it.
That looked good. I'd say there was some body there, but looked pretty clean up top. Zelina Holder blocked that shot. But, I think Cheyenne Coach Wingenbach is just hoping to see a little more presence on the offensive end, just a little more patience, try and work the system and see if they can get some good looks. Undoubtedly, you can get good looks by breaking the press, but it has to be there. You can't just assume, well, we made it this far, so we got to put something up. It's got to be a good look. It's got to be a high percentage opportunity.
Wingenbach, see, have a little conversation with the referee there. Good rebound by Carson Sanders. Oh, pass is mishandled, and it goes out of bounds. Just kind of one of those mental errors there for the Mustangs. Forces another turnover. Ooh, pass mishandled by Firebirds.
Coach Wingenbach showing his cat-like quickness on the other end.
As Haas's three goes up, and that's off.
Again, an open look, but she had a lane to the basket there and settling for threes. And when you're not shooting it well, sometimes the best thing to do is get to the hoop, see if you can make a couple easier baskets, build a little confidence, and that's going to be able to enable some of those threes to start falling. But again, I know metrics say it's better to take and miss a three than to shoot mid-range jumpers, but I'm still a firm believer that you got to build some continuity, you got to get some confidence before you can do other things.
Good find there. Carson Sanders' shot goes up. This is it, but she's fouled. She'll go to line to shoot 2. Foul appears to be on Martinson. Yep.
That's 9 now in the Firebirds. So after this one, double bonus with 6 minutes to go. If Cheyenne can make some foul shots, that could prove pretty big in the rest of the first half here as Carson Sanders misses the first.
Second shot up and good. 1 point lead for Firebirds. As McLaurin brings it up. Passes, shots up. She's fouled. That's number 32 going to the line.
I think that's Tori.
Team foul at the line for the Firebirds, number 32, Tori Lee.
Tori Lee is number 32. Just a mistake on our rosters here at 231, so been holding off to get you that name.
Second shot
Misses
off.
Both.
Offensive rebound. Firebirds looking on the perimeter. Again, good defense by Brenda Dick. Shots up, shots long. Taken in by Brown.
Did not draw iron, so we're under 10 now on the shot clock. They look to go inside. Good step in front by Carson Sanders.
Good find by Breidenbach.
Oh,
Dick puts her shot up, and it's
I think
good.
Brenda Dick has about 10 of the 16 Mustang points this half. No one else has really gotten going yet offensively. As Feet gets to the basket, unable to convert. Maya Metcalf controls.
There's the size of Mustang showing right there. Carson Sanders, good find again. And her shot finally
That's how
rolls.
you move the ball. You pass it, you see, you get a high percentage look. He shows up a 3. Again, I don't think that's what Coach Justin Klein's looking for. You need some patience if you're Devils Lake as well. That's going to send Peyton Breidenbach to the line.
That'll be the 10th team foul for the Firebirds.
That's 3 on Presley Brown. That's kind of the double-edged sword with that, Grant. You play that high-pressure ball-hawking defense.
We saw it a little with Davies last game.
Yeah, you can get kids in foul trouble early on in games, and then that kind of alternate, or that changes who you're able to sub in from time to time.
Or Johnson in her first second game for the Mustangs. As Breidenbach's first shot is true. Second shot is good as well.
So 4-point lead now for the Mustangs as Devils Lake's been stuck around that 15-16 mark for seems like about 7 or 8 minutes.
Tries to find down low, but good defense in the paint again by the Mustangs. Breidenbach gets the ball, brings it up.
Uses that speed.
Puts in another one. 22-16. Lead is up to 6. Firebirds still on the perimeter, trying to find something down low, but still nothing's working.
They get some cutters going there.
Oh, good.
Freilich was open there, just unable to be found there by Bodina. And again, now under 10, and there's a good put in by Freilich.
Screen by Sanders. Sanders gets the ball on the wing, puts the shot up, and it's good from 3. Carson Sanders.
Lots of times that defense will spark the offense. We've seen some really good sequences here by the Mustangs as
Good drive there by McLaurin and dumping it off.
Triddle make that one. Good recognition. That's as easy as you're going to get if you're Carson Sanders. Again, when you see the floor, instead of trying to dribble through that press, good things start to happen.
McLaurin. McLaurin gets good defense inside again.
Maya Metcalf,
That goes.
It's going to be off of Rodina.
Yep,
She's
that'll
getting
go
on the red line. Trying to get an opportunity as 3 new Firebirds in for Devils Lake.
That is shot. Friddle.
3:26 left to go in the first half with the Mustangs up 27-20. Good cut
find
by
there.
Carson Sanders.
And Carson
And
Sanders.
an and
shot
one
goes in.
opportunity. Good patience. Set that up. Two Mustangs take off, one in each direction, and Sanders just fills down the middle, gets the good pass,
Carson Sanders at the line, shooting one.
converts, and the three-pointer the old-fashioned way.
Number 25,
Brennan Dick in for Brooke Johnson.
So now the Mustangs have a 10-point lead. 3 minutes to go in the second half, or first half, excuse me. Firebirds swinging around on the outside. Lady Hall's shot goes out of bounds. Cheyenne ball. Perfect.
Yep, there it
There
is.
it is.
There's the
Metcalf
pass.
finds Dick. Dick's shot just no good. Sanders with the rebound. Puts the shot up, that's no good, but taken down by Dick again.
Quick hands there by Schock to be able to. And
Good defense there by Breidenbach. That shot's no good. Strong happening down there.
And they get Fee on that one. Boy, 2 point blank looks for the Firebirds, and they're unable to convert after Cheyenne wasn't able to convert at the other end.
Looked like after that ball was tipped around, the Firebirds player looks like they mishandled that ball and wasn't able to get the shot up right away.
at the line for the Mustangs,
These
shooting
are the
two.
kind of things that happen, you know. Devils Lakes is a squad with only one senior on the roster here for the varsity. And so when you have young players, sometimes they press a little bit too hard. They're trying to do too much. And so it's kind of, I'm sure for Coach Klein, this is going to be kind of a learning experience this year. Hoping to maybe, with this pressure defense, maybe keep yourself in some games and have some opportunities to get some wins. As Hereford extends the lead to 12, we're at about 2.5 to go in the first half. Good D by Haas and forces the travel there. One extra step by McLaurin.
So the scripts have changed. As Devils Lake takes a full timeout. 32-20, 2:36 left to go in the half. We'll step out for a short break. We'll be right back.
I think what makes Touchmark special is how you feel when you walk into Touchmark at Harwood Groves. We often hear that it's like a North Dakota hug.
I think it's the people that make Touchmark special.
One of the things that makes Touchmark is the caliber of the team members here.
You could ask them for anything and they'll say, we'll take care of it.
Every day that we walk in these doors, we really take time to listen to each other, to listen to our residents, and to be there and to be a friend.
Mustang fans, we want to take this time to thank Apex Engineering Group, who helps to make this broadcast possible. At Apex, we build confidence before we build anything. Find out more at apexengineeringgroup.com.
Going to get Fee on that one, and that was a nice job by the Mustangs. Brenda Dick was driving to the basket, the lane closed, she kicked it out to Brooke Johnson. Instead of forcing up a quick shot, moved the ball over. Hereford looked to drive to the basket, gets fouled, goes to the line here.
Hereford's first shot just off, rolls out.
So much better execution the second part of this first half by the Mustangs here. I'm sure much more what
There's that size
what
of
Coach
Mustangs.
Rosenbach was looking for. Good find by Cora Metcalf there to Caitlin Haas. Haas converts, and now they reach 14.
Still trying to
Good
find
job.
some inside backdoor cut. Was there, but they couldn't find it.
Lauren was open for about a second, but when you have you pick up that dribble and you have a defender in your face, it's hard to be patient and hard to see those cuts. As we're under 10 again on the shot clock, as Cheyenne's done a good job with perimeter defense tonight. Corralled by Holder.
Haas bringing the ball up. Dick on the wing shoots from 3, and that's just off. Taken down by Fee. Good pass. Shot, good move it, but that she can convert. You had Cora Metcalf in the face of her.
say Metcalf got her on that rebound. So that'll be the bonus for Devils Lake.
And that size of Mustangs.
Yeah.
Even if they're not directly influencing the shot by blocking it or tipping it, just the size of it, of them being there, it can influence the shot.
Absolutely. Benedict drives in, scores again.
Pass up to Fee on the wing. Drives in, good move. Goes up and under. Can't get her shot to fall though. Moss dribbles up on the far side.
So again, you break the press. No need to rush here. Just got plenty of time. Look for that.
Good shot.
Look for the high percentage shot. See if you can find something here.
Metcalf to Holder from 3. Yeah, her shot's off. Ball bounced around a bit, but it's taken in by McLaurin.
Under a minute to go here.
Shock drives. Kicks up McLaurin. McLaurin from 3. Matched off back iron. Shot hard. Taken in by the Firebirds. He gets a screen. Good pick and roll action there.
That was a really good entry pass by Fee. That's a tough pass to make. That little lob as that player's moving away from you, cutting to the basket. That was a really good find. And that's going to send Martinson to the line as Haas picks up her second.
4 Mustangs checking in. That'll be Metcalf, Johnson, Breitbach, and Sanders. Firebirds.
Martinson 1 for 2, cuts the lead to 15.
Whatever Wingenbach said in that first time out he took seems to be working as the Mustangs have grown to a 15-point lead here. Sanders puts her shot up and it's in and out.
And that's one that's forced. That's one that broke the press, but there was no clear, easy look. And you want your players to be aggressive, but it's that fine line between being too aggressive and getting that good look. And that'll be the 10th foul, so Martinson's going to go to the line for 2. That's the second foul on Carson Sanders. I think just a little frustrated that she wasn't able to convert on that and going for the rebound. Gets Martinson with the body and gets Carson Sanders out, so she doesn't pick up that third in the last 30 seconds of the first half.
Second shot no good, taken down by Metcalf. This is what broke the press, now he find a good shot.
Yep. Work the ball. There, that's good movement. Keep that ball moving on the string. 10 seconds to go.
Shot clock is off. Breidenbach gets a screen from Metcalf. Kicks it out to Johnson from 3. Johnson, hard off back iron.
That's got to be shot. Yep. Not going to happen.
Holder couldn't get the shot off in time, so first half ends 36-22. Good effort by the Mustangs. If Wingenbach really pleased on how they turned that around early in the first half.
Yeah, definitely. I think that the first half of the first half, they did not play the way that they wanted. They weren't breaking the press well. They were taking shots that maybe they were forcing a little bit. When they settled down, they really started to get their looks and really went on one of those good runs towards the beginning of the second part of the first half. And that's how we get to a 14-point lead. So I'm sure probably a lot of for Coach Wingenbach, just reiterating the things that they're looking to do in the halftime talk and see if they can go out and execute in the second half.
So Mustangs lead at the half 36-22. We'll take a short break and be back shortly.
Hi, I'm TJ Oshie here at Marvin headquarters in Warroad, Minnesota. The Lake Town way of life is appealing to so many people.
We've got a thriving school system, coffee shops, breweries, restaurants, and hockey is the hub of our community. We're probably the last place left in Minnesota where hockey is actually free.
The way Marvin supports the town supports Marvin is awesome.
There's opportunities for you, work hard, self-educate. The sky's the limit here at Marvin.
Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. When your whole world is about to change, we help you prepare for your new life. When staying healthy means staying informed, we help you find answers. This is perseverance, understanding, connection. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Touchmark at Harwood Groves is located in South Fargo, North Dakota, on a 14-acre garden-like setting, and we have everything from cottages to apartments, a health club, activities. We tend to take groups of residents out downtown, which is just a very vibrant and growing community. The easiest way I can say it is we are going to treat our residents the way that we would treat our best friends. That's what it feels like, and that's what I love about my job. It feels like a family.
Hi, I'm Micah and I work at Marvin. I've been in the military for 8 years. I was a preventive medicine technician in the U.S. Navy, and so that translated over to working at Marvin and how can safety help make Marvin a better company. The culture of working at Marvin is probably the best one I've worked with other than being in the military. Working together and caring about each other. You feel like you're part of the family at Marvin. Come work with me at Marvin. It's a great place to work.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
Touchmark at Harwood Groves is located in South Fargo, North Dakota, on a 14-acre garden-like setting, and we have everything from cottages to apartments, a health club, activities. We tend to take groups of residents out downtown, which is just a very vibrant and growing community. The easiest way I can say it is we are going to treat our residents the way that we would treat our best friends. That's what it feels like, and that's what I love about my job. It feels like a family.
Hi, I'm Christian and I work at Marvin. My military background is the basis of who I am. I was looking for something to help me be the Marine who wasn't a Marine anymore. Belonging to Marvin feels like I'm part of something. I know that being with Marvin means I'm making a difference in every homeowner's life because of the windows, skylights, and doors that I'm helping to build. Come work with me at Marvin. I think you'll enjoy it.
So, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Cheyenne up 36-22 at the end of the first half. Great first half by the Mustangs. Halfway through, the adjustments made by Wingenbach and the whole crew overall. Phenomenal job coming back from a deficit early on, and then adjusting, breaking the press, but finding a good shot after you break the press.
It really was, and a good 5-minute sequence of defense by the Mustangs. I don't know, there was probably a lot of adjustments, probably just a reminder to the players, hey, we have a game plan here, and if we execute it the way we've laid this out, we're going to get lots of good looks. And you know you're playing a young team in Devil's Lake that once you get on top of them, they're maybe going to press a little more. They're going to, try to do things that maybe they shouldn't do. They're going to be a little reckless, and they took advantage of that. Yeah.
Yep.
So I would guess at halftime for Coach Wingenbach, he's just reminding them that, hey, that 5-6 minute sequence, if we just do what we're supposed to do, everything's going to be fine.
Yep. Brenna Dick had a phenomenal first half.
She really did. She got to the basket frequently and converted a lot of those easier looks. And I don't have the stats here, but certainly she had to have been the points leader for the Mustangs in the first half.
So Cheyenne will get the ball to start the second half.
Whittle had an opportunity to catch up with Tom Kirchhoffner, former boys basketball coach here at Cheyenne, in the halftime, and visited with him a little bit. Always great to see him. A little intel, he did say that Devil's Lake was up on Cheyenne in the boys game up in Devil's Lake tonight. He didn't give me a score, but did tell me that the Firebirds were leading the Mustangs up there as Brenna Dick makes the first. Tough drive for both the Devil's Lake girls and the Cheyenne boys today, I got to think. With the weather we've had as of late, traveling up I-29 had to be a challenge for whoever those bus drivers are. They should probably get a little bonus pay in their next check for having to do that, because a lot of kids they're responsible for, and that's a tough job, so kudos to them.
Devil's Lake is never a fun drive, especially when it's -20 and icy roads.
Yeah, that's for sure. Ooh, almost looked like a travel. Great read by Carson Sanders, anticipating that pass. Good ball movement.
And calf shot. She's fouled, no good, but she will go to line to shoot too.
And that's what you get when you get good looks, good passes, you see the floor, you get good opportunities, and even though there's no score on that, you're going to get to the line. That's now the third foul on Heilman for Devil's Lake. As we see Metcalf miss the first.
2 team fouls for the Firebirds
in the
early
first
already.
33 seconds,
So
yeah.
So like you said, this younger team might be pressing a little more already.
So I think if Cheyenne just keeps their composure, they should get a lot of great opportunities here. as we've seen Devils Lake really have trouble getting any real penetration. They've gotten a couple of good looks based on some backdoor cuts as there's an over and back. But that defense that Cheyenne is playing in the half court has been very effective tonight, almost forcing several shot clock violations, and there's just no way for Devils Lake and their size to penetrate and get really good looks.
Mustangs were playing good defense of late. Against the game against South had around 25 steals. So a couple blocks going along with it. So Mustangs defense has been really rolling as of late.
You know, and I think the other thing that it works both directions, obviously, whether you're the team of Devils Lake or the team in West Fargo, but you get on top of the team, especially a young team, you know, their minds might start thinking of that bus ride home already. If you can just kind of get on top of them and maybe have a chance to really separate, as we've seen the Mustangs do here early in the second half, you can get up 20-25 on a team, and that really takes some of the fight out of them, especially a young team that doesn't realize that, you know, hey, if we keep working, we're going to give ourselves a chance. They just look at the deficit and say, man, this is just going to be really hard to overcome.
Second shot is off and it goes out of bounds. It'll be the Mustangs' ball.
So Devils Lake going to continue to press, and that's certainly something to be expected, but we're seeing a much better job here by Cheyenne. Rather than dribbling through everything, they're seeing the floor much better and moving the ball, and that's causing Devils Lake to have to really do a lot of things. That's a good take. You know, even though it was a tough shot, they moved the ball really well. Brenda Dick didn't settle for that three-pointer from the corner. She drove the baseline. Tough look, but still, that's what you're going to want to have, as we see Metcalf control the board on the miss there. Now, Breidenbach
drives, kicks out to Johnson. Johnson from three, puts it up, and it's good. Brooke Johnson from downtown.
Not forced, good looks. That's what you're hoping for. And again, when you get some of those easier looks and easier baskets, good tip away there by Metcalf, suddenly you find those threes suddenly become easier to make for some reason. And there's another one that doesn't draw iron. Okay, there. Good job by Brenda Dick, just being, Coach Wingenbach's going to get a quick timeout before a turnover. But, you know, again, be patient, see the floor, don't try and dribble through everything, and that's going to really help you out. So we see an extension already by 8 of the lead, as Devils Lake yet to score in the second half. Cheyenne now bringing that lead up to 22 in just the first 2.5 minutes or so of the second half.
Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. When your whole world is about to change, we help you prepare for your new life. When staying healthy means staying informed, we help you find answers. This is perseverance, understanding, connection. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
If Cheyenne continues doing what they've been doing, again, we'll get good looks. There's a good flex cut there by Brooke Johnson, even though it's not handled cleanly. You're making Devils Lake really work on defense.
Kicks out to Metcalf. Metcalf for two, and it's good.
Good ball movement, good spacing, forcing Devils Lake to play D, and opening up lots of good looks, as Cheyenne scored the first 10 here of the second half.
See on the outside, this is down low to Brown. Brown back out.
That's about as clean a look as Devils Lake has gotten in a while, and still unable to convert.
Breidenbach from three, just off.
It'll go out. Stay with Cheyenne.
Yep. Rebound. Looked like Devils Lake players were going up for the same rebound, kicked out of bounds. So stay with the Mustangs. Breidenbach to inbound pass, or inbound ball.
And to get Brenda Dick there pushing, trying to create space and an opportunity to get that pass. I'm going to say she pushed her way through there, so that's the second on Brendan Dick. 2 team fouls for both squads here in the second half. We're just under 3 minutes in, or just over 3 minutes in, I should say, sorry. Good anticipation.
It goes up with the left-handed, good. We talked about in our previous broadcast, Dick's very good with that left hand and that left-hand move.
She really is. Again, if you're not familiar with her, as she's able to rattle one home there, a little shooter's touch. If you can watch Brenda Dick consistently, you might assume that she's left-handed the way she's so comfortable dribbling with that left hand and shooting with that left hand near the basket. It's almost a little bit like Michael Nile last year for the boys. A natural lefty, but lots of times we saw him at the basket. There's a great cut by Holder, that little flex cut on the backside, and Coach Klein, Justin Klein's going to take a timeout. But you know, as finish my thought here, Grant, you know, Michael Nile we saw shooting a lot with his right hand, even though he was a natural lefty.
So we'd like to thank Bell Bank Mortgage. Bell Bank Mortgage is proud to support West Fargo Cheyenne sports. Whether you're in the classroom or at home or both, we hope you're inspired this year to push yourself beyond what you even imagined. Never stop learning. Go Mustangs. Bell Bank Mortgage, equal housing lender. So yeah, good find there by Johnson to Holder.
Yeah.
Looking smart on the outside for the Mustangs. Really taking advantage of maybe a worn out, tired.
Maybe getting a little tired.
Yep.
There was some foul trouble in the first half, so instead of going 10 deep on that bench, Coach Klein's probably having to rest some people because of not wanting to draw that fourth foul. I think Martinson had 3 in the first half, and she was pretty key to what Devils Lake was looking to accomplish. And I'm really impressed. Coach Wingenbach has got his squad settled down. They're being patient on offense, and it's paying dividends with the looks that they're getting.
As we look in the crowd, lots of Christmas sweaters. Very festive for Cheyenne fans. So that'll be Fee bringing the ball up. Screen. Riddle, top of Fee. Fee on Fee again.
Again, that ball really not progressing very far inside the three-point line. And Fee's going to draw a foul there, I think, maybe on Holder.
Yep.
And that's going to be a shooting foul.
That's
her third.
Third personal.
That's going to get Carson Sanders off the bench, I think, for Elena Holder. And misses the first one.
Yeah, does appear that these Firebirds, they're just on the outside. They're looking for a good shot. This Cheyenne Mustangs is just too good. They can't find anything, really.
No, they played very smart.
Fee's second shot is good. 50-26, 13:37 left to go in the second half. So Mustangs have jumped out to a quite large lead early in the second half. Johnson tries to find Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Good move there by Fee.
Good defense by Carson Sanders there.
For the jump ball.
And ball to possession to the Firebirds.
Firebirds will retain possession off of that jump ball. As Friddle's shot goes in. Inbound. Mustangs breaking the press.
And slowing it down. Setting up that offense. Again, move the ball through the air. Don't try and dribble around it. There's a great
there
look
by Johnson. That'll be Carson Sanders fouled. She'll go to line shoot 2.
I think they're going to get Hall on that one.
Good find by Brooke Johnson down
Number 21, Hall, second personal. 13 foul. Carson Sanders shooting 2.
First shot just a little hard.
For the Mustangs, number 5, Maya Metcalf.
Cora Metcalf. I think kind of an ancillary benefit, Grant, of facing this press from Devils Lake. We know this is something that, you know, Davies, we saw play a lot of really tough defense, a lot of pressing, more of a man-to-man press, and they're very effective at it. I know that's something that Red River likes to do. So, the more that you face a press, the more comfortable you get with dealing with pressure like that. And that's going to help Cheyenne as they play some of the other teams in the EDC here. There's a good find to Hall, and she converts. Someone lost their defensive assignment there as that rotation for Cheyenne, trying to deal with the Firebirds as they were attacking.
Good floater by Benedict. Gets her own rebound.
Smartly pulls it back out.
Burford dishes down to Metcalf, down low. Sanders shot. That's 2. That'll go in. Shot goes in nonetheless. Quickly up to Friddle. Friddle goes in, and 1 opportunity.
Wonders what she did wrong on that. Refs are going to say there was some body as Friddle went to the hoop.
Shot fouls number 14, Carson Sanders.
That's her third.
So 4th team foul.
She's going to
Back
stay
in the Mustangs, number 2, Caitlin Haas.
in for the moment.
Haas comes in
Cameron
for
Friddle
Johnson.
at the line, shooting 1.
Friddle's shot for the and 1 is good. 3-point play.
So Devils Lake, 12 minutes to go. You're down 19. Your goal should be to try and in the next 5 minutes, see if you can get it down to 10, which might be doable in the the last 6-7 minutes of the game. But you're really going to have to take care of the ball. You're going to have to find a way to get some penetration and get some better looks, which they've been able to do the last couple possessions. But if you can get it down to around 10 or break into single digits, as they're going to call an illegal screen there. Justin Klein not happy with that, as he's pointing out that Carson Sanders ran over his player in his mind. He's going to call timeout to let the ref know about it.
So 52-33, Cheyenne up, 11:36 left to play. We'll step out for a quick break. So welcome back. Cheyenne is up 52-33, 11:36 to play. Justin Klein pleading his case with the refs over the timeout. But it'll be a Cheyenne ball. As Benedict brings the ball up. Devils Lake not pressing as much.
Little matchup zone, little 3-2 look here.
Burford from the corner. That shot's off.
Good rebound by Haas.
Big shot goes up, and it's good. Brenna Dick from downtown. She's been a big part of this Cheyenne offense tonight, as you see a 3 there from her.
She's got to be approaching 20 points, I would guess. They're going to get Metcalf on that one. Maya Metcalf with that foul.
Shot foul number 5, Maya Metcalf.
Her second.
Benedict doing it all, playing good on-ball defense.
At the line is Cameron Friddle, shooting 2.
Good rebounding, good scoring.
Or Metcalf in for the Mustangs.
Or Metcalf and
Breitenbach in for the Mustangs. For the Firebirds.
For Burford and
Also
Sanders.
Breitenbach in for the Mustangs.
Friddle's second shot. Rolls in. So it'll be 55-35. Firebirds down by 20. Hoping to get back within at least 10 soon, I would think.
There's a good crossover there.
Leads to a trip.
And we get Fee on that one. Both teams with 5 team fouls now. Here we're 11 minutes to go in the first half. The second half, sorry.
This ball into Haas. Box smartly decides not to shoot that.
Good find, Cora Metcalf to Maya Metcalf. Oh, rolls out.
Good rebound.
Oh, they're going to say Cora. Oh, Coach Wingenbach not happy about that.
He's all fired up about that.
Looked like she had avoided all contact and just kind of won the battle for the ball, but
Cheyenne parents not happy either.
foul on Cora Metcalf there. That'll be the 16th foul on the Mustangs. So Devils Lake shooting the bonus from here on out.
Good defense by Metcalf.
Oh,
Lauren gets one to fall.
Good scoop. High off the backboard makes that one fall.
That 5'2" McLaurin going up against the 6'2" Maya Metcalf. Pass on the wing back, Breinbach.
Oh,
Moss
good.
feeds it down. Good find. Maya Metcalf with the easy two.
That was all set up by Metcalf, positioning her defender, got her on her left hip and moved her up the lane, created a great angle for the pass and an easy finish. Good work on the inside by Maya Metcalf on that one, as they're going to get hot on the arm on Fee. And that'll be the bonus. Fee will go to the line for 1-and-1. That's 4 on Kayla Haas. Sorry.
Presley Brown checking
Presley Firebirds returning to the Firebirds lineup.
That'll bring Holder off the bench for
And
Caitlin Haas.
23, Elena Holder. At the line for the Firebirds, shooting a 1-and-1 is Tori Fee.
Fee's first shot of the 1-on-1 opportunity is good. She'll get a second. Fee's second shot, that's no good, so to bring the lead down to 19 for the Mustangs. Dick brings the ball up. It's a screen from Metcalf. Breinbach back to Metcalf. Finds Metcalf down low. Breinbach gets the ball. Setting up an offense here. Under 5 seconds left to go. Good screen, good drive. Breinbach puts it off. She's fouled. She'll go.
Yeah, they're going to call the block on that one. Inside the protected area, I think.
Yep.
Otherwise, it might have been an opportunity for a charge on that one, but I think the defender inside the protected area. That's going to get right back to the line for 2.
Breinbach's first shot is good.
The time slipping away here a little bit from the Mustang, or I'm sorry, for the Firebirds, as we've gone about a minute and a half, and they haven't really dug into that lead yet. And if you don't get something pretty soon, it's just going to become less and less likely of mounting a comeback, as we're going to see a timeout, full timeout here, I think by Coach Wingenbach. So we'll take a break here with the Mustangs up by 21, 59-38.
So coming back from the break, we'd like to thank Essentia Health. Essentia Health is proud to be a premier partner of Mustang Media, working with Cheyenne High School to make a healthy difference in the lives of students and families. We are privileged to serve Essentia Health like nowhere else. Oh, this Fee down low.
They had their class Fee there, and would have been a good look, but no one saw her. They're going to look to attack. Under 10 on the shot clock once again. Then a recurring theme.
Good
Fee
hands
got
back.
loose, but Brenna did good. good acceleration, catches up, and is able to tip the ball, and it goes off a feed.
Fouled there. Elena Holder's fouled by
Freywick, I think. Yep. Get on that one. Here we go. Now both teams in the bonus.
First personal. 17 foul, putting the Mustangs in the bonus.
That press.
At the line to shoot the 1-on-1 is number 23.
Hoping that you can create some of the same issues for Cheyenne that they did in the first half, and that'll give them some quick score opportunities on the break in transition, but it's just not happening. I think Coach Wingenbach has his team settled down to a point where when they break the press, if it's a good look, a good opportunity, they're going for it, but otherwise they pull it out, eat some clock, and wait for the shot that they want.
They're playing confident basketball and a good time. Fraley gets the ball on the wing, drives in, looks for something, puts up a left-handed shot. That's blocked by Metcalf.
By Metcalf. She finds Brandon Dick again.
Puts her left hand up. That's no good. Brown drives in. Oh. Taken right away by Bryden Bach. Drives in, dishes off to Metcalf. Metcalf puts it up. Easy find there.
Great job, penetration. First job on defense is always to stop the ball. No one picked up Breidenbach, so she just kept penetrating, and when finally someone stepped up to stop the ball, that left Metcalf open. Great pass from Breidenbach and an easy finish to Cora Metcalf. That's another block by Maya Metcalf. Another block. He altered that one. Breidenbach pushes the pace.
Finds Brenda Dick. Kicks it out to Metcalf. Metcalf from three. That's just short. Rebounded by Cora Metcalf. Knocked out of her hands. Ball tipped out to Brown for Firebirds. Heilman drives in, kicks out to Fee. Fee from three. That's just off.
I think you're going to get Fee on that one. Helena Holder had position, and Fee went in there to try and get that. She's going to pick up the foul. Good job following her shot. That's what players are always told to do, and she followed, but unfortunately picks up her third, going for that. And at 25 points and 7.5 minutes, certainly time is running out for Devils Lake, and it wouldn't be shocking in the next probably couple minutes if Coach Wingenbach doesn't start maybe giving some of the players that haven't seen any action yet little chance to experience some varsity time.
First shot is good. She'll earn a second attempt. She's 2 for 2 from the line. So that'll be Brooke Johnson sending to Holder. Warren brings the ball up. 65-38, 7:20 left to go in the second half. Being put on there by Brown. Brown gets the ball. Fee on the corner. Fee deep three, and she nails it. Fee from three.
Good shot. He's under 10 again on that shot clock, and really one of the first times tonight that we've seen Devils Lake be able to bury one of those looks. Oh, Carson Sanders gets away with a cross-court pass there as they find Maya Metcalf in there, unable to convert.
That three was in the Caleb Larson area code. Brown shot, that's a 2. That's good.
Carson Sanders with flaps to help on D, and that left Brown open.
Herford's fouled on the far side.
It's the 9th on the celebration, still a 1-1 opportunity for Herford.
Into the Firebirds are Kevin Fribble and Julie Martinson. At the line for the Mustangs, shooting 1 is Anna Herford.
First shot is pure. shot. Good as well.
And Coach Wingenbach going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll do the same. Mustangs up 67-43.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
So welcome back to this contest between the Firebirds and the Mustangs. Mustangs lead the Firebirds 67-43 with 6:20 left to go. It'll be Firebirds ball. As McLaurin brings the ball up. He gets a screen at the Brown. Martinson drives, kicks it out to Brown. Back to Brown. Cross-court pass tipped by Maya Metcalf.
5 on the shot clock.
Riddle gets her own rebound, puts it back up, and scores.
Good defense until the last couple seconds by Cheyenne there.
Able to squeak out a couple points.
Haas breaks the press. Cheyenne pulls it out to set up some offense, and just a little bit out of Hannah Herford's reach there. Ball going back to Devils Lake.
McLaurin bringing the ball up. Finds Friddle. He pump fake, drives, and she's swatted away, but that'll be a foul.
Carson Sanders swatted it. They're going to say she got her body as well. That was Carson Sanders' fourth, but I don't know if Coach Wingenbach's going to be too concerned about that with 5:16 left and a 22-point lead. Make it 21 now as Fee makes the first.
Good pump fake by Fee too.
She's done that a couple times. That quick pump fake, getting that defender to react, and then making a quick decision and putting that defender in an awkward position.
Good find there by Herford. Haas. Just thrown away. So kind of what we're seeing earlier in the first half as of late. Oh.
And that, Metcalf was outside the protected area, should establish position.
Good job by Metcalf standing in there, taking the charge.
Martinson's fourth.
10th foul for the Firebirds.
Possession fouls, so no free throws coming with it, but double bonus the rest of the way. And it's going to be a 10-second backcourt violation there.
Press finally paying off.
No one coming to help Haas there, and she had 2 players on her. Panicked a little, and turnover by the Mustangs.
It'll be a off-ball foul, offensive foul on the Firebirds.
On that one. That's her fourth. Some of the bench players get an opportunity. Cora Metcalf in for her sister.
Archer go in too.
So the first time for Mustangs go. And probably just another ball handler. Some experience for Archigo to handle the press. Good job by Brooke Johnson, slowing things down.
Finds Herford. Herford from 3, and she gets it to fall. Hannah Herford from 3. And with the defense too.
Good recovery. Swatting that one.
Gets the 3 and the block. So leads up to 23 with that. Riddle to inbound. Finds Heilman. Martinson looking for something. Finds McLaurin. McLaurin finds, back out.
Heilman had great position there, but just didn't choose to go after Hereford there, and we're under 10 again on the shot clock. As we get Arch go there as Martinson is driving to the basket. And that'll put Martinson to the line for the last of the 1-and-1 opportunity for the Firebirds. Put them in the double bonus as we're seeing Cowan Cole, into the game here.
So for Coach Kenny Wingenbach, 2 good games back-to-back, stringing a few together, building some confidence. Looks good for the Cheyenne Mustangs as of late.
So I think the next opportunity for the Mustang girls will come over the Christmas break in that off week between Christmas and New Year when they face Shanley. And that's one of those teams that, if you're going to give yourself a real good chance to qualify for the state tournament, that's a team that you're going to have to show that you're capable of beating. I would think most people before the season would have said, yeah, we expect Cheyenne, you should beat a team like Devil's Lake, a team that's so young, a team that maybe isn't nearly as big as you are, as we see Heilman drop one there. But, that'll be an important contest for the Mustangs. And with these newer players, again, not knowing how to handle this pressure, this is going to be bound to happen, as Fosher needed to be a little stronger there and turns it over. But that's okay. This is kind of those growing pains when you're learning how the speed of this game goes.
At this varsity level, moves a lot quicker than even at the JV level.
Yeah, it does. I think they're going to get Presley Brown there on her 5th. That will send Cora Metcalf, to the line to shoot 2. And to say a little hooking foul there by Presley Brown. And Brown's only a freshman. Martinson's a sophomore. Heilman's a sophomore. Fee's a sophomore. A lot of really young players for this Devil's Lake squad, and they're going to take some lumps undoubtedly during the course of the year being so young. But it looks like a good core group. There's certainly some potential there for Devil's Lake, and so for Justin Klein, you're just going to have to be patient. Hold this into a team that if they can play that pressure beat, they might be able to hang with some teams as the year goes on, and maybe some of these young players develop some confidence. And you see Maya Blado coming in for Cora Metcalf here. And that's going to give you some chances. And at tournament time, lots of wacky things happen. Common theme that we've talked about in previous broadcasts is if you let a team hang around for too long, eventually they build more and more confidence, and suddenly, they're in the game and they have a chance to beat you. As we see a little sloppiness here as the minutes wind down with 2:37 to go. So, I think that's going to be a key for Justin Klein and his Firebirds moving forward. For Coach Wingenbach, he went 9 deep tonight for a rotation. We saw some younger players.
Another pass mishandled there by the Mustangs.
Turnover and another look for the Firebirds as Godina converts on that one. And lead down to 17 here.
There'll be some contact. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay the Mustangs' ball.
So it'll be interesting to see in these next few games how deep Coach Wingenbach goes with that bench and what he wants his rotation to look like. Certainly a strong defensive performance tonight by the Mustangs. No doubt of that, especially in the half court. Devil's Lake, again, undersized compared to the Mustangs, but they really had trouble getting any looks inside. A couple times they found a cutter going to the basket and they got some shots, but really Devil's Lake forced to settle for a lot of outside shots, and it was a one-and-done situation. Still, I think probably for Coach Wingenbach, getting his players, especially knowing Red River, West Fargo, Davies, they're all going to play that pressure defense. They're going to want to force you into those quick decisions and those bad decisions as the ball goes off of Maya Blado there, and Devil's Lake retains control and Archibald comes back. But I think that's something that this team, and that was kind of last year's team, it took kind of that first few weeks of the season for them to kind of get used to how do I handle this pressure and to trust each other, I think is probably the biggest thing. And so I think once you get everyone on the same page, then I don't think it's going to be as big of a concern. We saw some timely outside shooting. I think that'll come around as the season goes on. But for Coach Wingenbach, I think just taking care of the ball, almost an overpath there, it looked like for Brodina, but I think that's what you're going to have to work on as a team, and they'll have an opportunity against the Deacons here in about a week.
Fouls on Blado. That'll be number 21, Laney Hall at the line.
First personal at the line is Laney Hall.
First shot's good. So yeah, a good couple of games here for the Mustangs. Get that experience, get that.
And this game is going to end up, the scoreboard's going to reflect maybe only about a 10-point game, and I don't think Coach Wingenbach cares particularly one way or the other about that. A win's a win. This was much more of a blowout than this. A lot of these points for Devils Lake are coming as they're facing reserves here down the stretch, as we see starters coming back in. Coach Wingenbach saying,
hopefully this game doesn't get out of hand.
Yeah, it's one thing to give up a few opportunities, but a whole other, let's make sure we're taking care of this. And we see them break the press here pretty easily. Brenna Dick.
Carson Sanders from 3, just short. Rebounded. Metcalf gets her own rebound.
So, as I said, the game's going to look a little closer in terms of score than probably what it truly was here tonight. But I think those are probably the things moving forward that Coach Wingenbach's going to want to reinforce with his squad is just, yeah, it was really nice job there by Brodina, and then gets it to 11 with, it's still a minute to go. Very unlikely, but Coach Wingenbach doesn't want to give this one away, that's for sure. After you have that lead, you don't want to give it away at the end. So I think this was kind of an issue for Cheyenne at the beginning of last year. How do you deal with the pressure and those sorts of things? And I think that's something that Coach Wingenbach's going to want to clean up with his team here as we move into the heart of the EDC schedule.
So 73-62, 52.6 seconds left. Maybe Devils Lake coming back a little too close to comfort for the Cheyenne Mustangs. But still, game for the Cheyenne Mustangs. Bigger win than the scoreboard shows for sure, like you said earlier.
Absolutely, and a good solid win. This is a team that you would have been expected to beat. A little rough at the beginning of the game, but you really came back. You had that good stretch during the middle part of the first half where you kind of opened up the lead on them, and really coming out of the halftime in the second half, they really controlled the tempo and really dominated and extended that lead.
So jump ball, will be Firebirds possession. 73-62, 40 seconds left. See Haas just trapped down in that corner.
And we have a final from the boys game up in Devils Lake. The Firebirds take down the Mustang boys here tonight. So tough loss for Tim Brandt and his squad as they're trying to kind of figure out what things look like for this year, losing all of those seniors from last year.
Young and untested team, like you said in the debut broadcast. Reinbach's fouled.
And so that broadcast next, I think it's Thursday, that is a doubleheader with Shanley. It's girls and boys double tilt, I think. Shanley a little bit in the same boat as Cheyenne. They lost some seniors from last year for the boys. They lost one of the Crafts and some players that they had to replace. Not as many as Cheyenne, but they're kind of trying to figure their way out of things as well. So a lot to be decided here in the month of January, as that's going to set things up kind of as how the season's going to play out, and what you're playing for, those ever important seedings, trying to avoid that play-in game at tournament time, and do you have an opportunity to host a playoff game? Those are all the things that you're going to want to try and be working for if you're the Mustangs, both the boys and the girls.
Shanley does have the Kraft committed to SDSU for basketball.
Yeah. And that will produce certainly some matchup problems for the Mustangs. Probably the only one, Tommy Oneman's probably the only one that compares height-wise, but certainly Kraft, much more athletic, much quicker player than Oneman. So we're winding down here.
9 seconds
Grant,
left.
not under 10 seconds, and I guess for all of you that maybe will be traveling over the holidays, we want to make sure that you all stay safe out there and enjoy your
Stay warm
break.
for definitely.
Absolutely.
So time will wind down here. Mustangs will take this matchup 76-62 over the Firebirds. Tremendous first half by the Mustangs. Start of the second half by the Mustangs. Scoreboard certainly doesn't show the whole game. Mustangs played tremendous. We're around 25 at one point in the second half.
Yeah.
Backups were put in, maybe not as experienced.
No,
couldn't handle the press as much.
Yeah, you're gonna, when we talk about the game moving faster from the JV level to the varsity level, and then you add that press on top of it, that adds even more to it. For Cheyenne, a solid win. A team that they are expected to beat. A little rough start. Coach Wingenbach settled them down. They went through and attacked the way that they had hoped to. And once they were able to do that, they went on that run, had a 14-point lead at halftime, really jumped out at the opening minutes of the second half, extended that lead into the 20s, and really it was a very comfortable game from there, until some of the reserves let the game get a little closer. So, you get out of this with a win, no injuries. You have a week here, a couple days off, I'm sure, around Christmas time to recover and get some practices in and really start now focusing on that schedule, because really, if you're the Mustangs, I know Coach Wingenbach's going to do what he can to say, yeah, Shanley's our next game, and indeed that's who it is. But you look at the schedule 2 weeks out, who's looming? The West Fargo Packers, and that's always a big game. And so that's certainly going to be something, Coach Wingenbach will try and make sure everyone's going in the right direction for Shanley, but, this schedule's going to heat up and get tough in the coming days.
Certainly. I'd like to make an announcement. All those Cheyenne students out there, if you'd like to join Mustang Media, please do. We're in need of anybody. Producers over here, we got Jacob Fisher and Morgan Valvo. Cameraman Connor Husted, Aiden Knodel, Mr. Knodel behind the mic, or the camera here. So if you're interested in anything graphics related, production, anything at all, contact Mr. Knodel. We'd enjoyed having you here. So
absolutely, and check out social media for to follow us. I don't know, you know way more about that.
Mustang Post on Twitter.
What else?
I don't know.
That's Jackson's job.
Like and subscribe, as Jacob Fisher says. Jacob Fisher getting back from his
and like Jacob Fisher's MySpace page, it's newly updated. He's proud of all the work he's put in on that. So great job tonight, Grant. Good win for the Mustangs, and we'll be back here in about a week to see how they fare against the Shanley Deacons.
Yes, so for all of us at Cheyenne Media, thank you for watching. I'm Grant Knodel.
Dan Wolf.
We'll see you later.
They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they got one name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king. rings, big rocks, big bag, big moves, big cars, big man, big plan, get lost, we've been this wrong. Look at me now, you can't hold me down, so give me the crown. We're not the same, we're not the same, we're not the same, we run everything. We're not the same, we're not the same.